Got your eyes on a home? You'll need the local home loan experts at Guaranteed Rate Affinity. We are a fintech mortgage company that streamlined the home buying process. Our loan officers have direct access to the best real estate agents, giving you a completely seamless home buying experience. Featuring the industry's most advanced tech platform and customized loan solutions, our local loan officers can help you at any time from anywhere. Our digital mortgage and power bid approval will get you pre-approved in minutes with a strong offer even against all cash offers. You need speed to win in this market, and our same-day mortgage delivers, getting you approved in as little as 1 day. Getting you on track for the closing table in as fast as 10 days. Speaking of the closing table, our flash close options shorten the closing appointment from hours to minutes, or skip it altogether. It's your choice. We've made the home buying experience as fast, simple, and awesome as possible for countless others, and we'd love to help you next. Get pre-approved today with the experts at Guaranteed Rate Affinity, and let's get you home.
Is doing with our so many of our great realtor partners around the country. So welcome to this call, and really, what this call is going to be about is giving all of you a very high level of understanding of more different mortgage products. This is obviously a very unusual time. Rates had gone down at the beginning of the year and have ticked up over the last few weeks. And we're going into obviously the summer market, and we wanted to make sure that all of you know there are options for your borrowers. And our loan officers at Guaranteed Rate Affinity are very in the knowledge and getting educated and getting coaching on every product that we're talking about over the next half hour. So, by the way, my name is Frank Ciardelli. I'm the Executive Vice President of Sales and Performance at Guaranteed Rate Affinity. So it's a pleasure to be on with all of you today. And we have a really great guest, Kate Moore, who is the capital markets leader and product development leader of all rate companies. So Kate has a tremendous job and is one of the top capital market leaders in the industry. So one of the things that we get very excited about just in the year 2025. So all of last year, the guaranteed rate companies, so rate companies, all the companies combined, we did over 280 new product launches last year. And it was really able to capture billions of more business because we are finding solutions for more home buyers. So with that being said, Kate, again, thank you for joining us today. We have a great deck to go through. And folks, if you have any questions, there's a little question chat bar in the GoToWebinar. We're happy to see if we can get to as many questions as possible. But Kate, welcome, and why don't we get this going?
All right, guys. Listen, we got some jam-packed solutions for you guys, and I really want to start out with what makes GRA so amazing and why do business with GRA? Well, listen, guys, we got a loan for that. I'm just going to say it right now. We have 150 unique investors, so we're not a one-trick pony. We have 228 financial products. That's 2,255 programs. 2,255 programs, guys. That means there is a unique thing out there for you. And then it comes out to at least 4,368 ways that we can design a bespoke loan solution for your clients to help you be able to sell more homes. This is really about being able to empower our realtor friends to do what you do best, which is to go out there and sell homes by helping well-qualified people qualify for the home of their dreams and right-size their ability to qualify. So today we're going to talk a lot about right-sizing people's ability to qualify and show you a suite of solutions that helps people qualify for more product, more home in a way that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, we all succeed when we're able to help well-qualified people get homes with common sense solutions. So one of my favorite things that I love talking about is we're going to blow through some mortgage myths today. We got some mortgage myths. And the first one I want to hit is that you need cash to make a cash offer. I know everybody thinks that at some point or another, or maybe we're still thinking it, right? And then the other thing I hear a lot is that a buyer needs to sell their current home before they can qualify for a new mortgage, right? Like maybe you have a family that is just had a baby, they need to upsize, or you have somebody who needs to downsize, and you think, hey, I got to sell this home so they can qualify for another. Well, guys, let's pop on to the next slide, because today we're going to go over some really cool solutions that are going to be so helpful. And guys, when you think about it, what is the average time to sell a home today? I mean, it can be almost 100 days, right? And faster than ever, the time to find a home, way less, way less. And when you think about the fact that cash buyers are almost 33% of the US market, it makes sense that you want to have more cash offers because it feels non-contingent. And what if we told you we could do the same thing today? We can do the exact same thing for somebody who maybe doesn't have all that cash sitting aside. All right, let's dive in. So we have 3 super awesome programs that can help support that. My personal favorite is Buy Before You Sell. Buy Before You Sell is a super simple program that is going to allow your buyer to be able to buy the new home with a letter of intent with you to list the property that they're currently residing in, which is a complete slam dunk. It is a simple transaction. You're not going to have to worry or argue with your loan officer if there's multiple different things that you're trying to keep track of. This is easy, breezy, and done, and something that we have available today. So it empowers you to be able to show that home without screaming babies or dishes in the sink or pets that you're trying to corral or scheduling around people's difficult work schedules, kids, and whatever else there might be. You can show a house that's pristine with this easy product that is going to allow your buyers to be able to buy the new home, get into it, and then let you list the property that they're leaving once they're already out of it. It's such a cool program, and I think this is a realtor's dream come true, in my humble opinion. And the best part of this is that you can list the old home after the new home is closed. So simple, guys. One transaction, easy. We do not charge additional fees, and there is not a bunch of higher costs for your clients. So easy. Our buy now, sell later program. Buy before you sell. Now, if you have somebody who actually needs the equity from the house in order to make a down payment on the new house because they want to get into their forever loan. Let's say they really want their forever loan. They want to have the best experience possible being in their forever loan, and that makes sense for them. And it makes sense to go after a forever loan right now. It can make sense depending on where the market is and where rates are to make that move. We have bridge financing. We have some of the most amazing bridge financing out there with our proprietary bridge options that I'm stoked to tell you that we can get access to funds in as little as 5 days. And we also have a program that goes up to $1 million where we will be able to follow the underwrite for the first. So it is one simple, easy, breezy transaction, and the cost on it is absolutely amazing. Such a good program. And this is perfect for the person who does want to get into their forever loan and they want to be able to take equity from the departing residents and be able to use that as down payment. Now, guys, the one thing I say when we're putting someone into bridge, I always want to say, if you want to use this bridge, it's got to be definitely in a market where you know you're going to be able to get that place sold in 4 months or less. And it also needs to make sense, like they should have a listing agreement with you in play when using that bridge program. So just things to think about. We have some other ones like Buy Before You Sell where you don't need it. And we have 9 other bridge solutions that could also work as well. I'm just telling you about my absolute favorite today because it is that good. And we are the only company in the country that is able to do that. So super exciting. And then of course we have cash offer programs. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that we have cash offer programs, and each of these allows you a different way of doing a non-contingent deal, which excites me. I love non-contingent deals. So just keep in mind, they're all really good solutions for that. All right, Frank, let's move on to the next one. So my other favorite is underqualified people. How many times have you heard from somebody who just went to a bank and they said, listen, you got to come back in 12 months after you've paid more taxes, or you need to go and refile taxes to claim more income, pay penalties, come back, and now you can qualify. Or let's say like you get paid 1099. I don't know how many realtors here are paid 1099. And you're being told that you can't qualify unless you claim more taxes, right? That just sounds so difficult. And it's such an antiquated way of looking at income. Income does not necessarily need to report on taxes in order for your borrower to qualify for a mortgage. So we are going to introduce here our newest program that I'm super excited about. Now, guys, I also want to bring up a couple of stats on this. When we think about how many people are self-employed today, there's over 30 million self-employed or small business owners. The numbers have never been larger, and it's such a disservice to them. I feel like these people are so underqualified, or we drag them through the ringer with a bunch of difficult paperwork and scenarios in order to make those deals work. And there's got to be a better way. And then there's also so many people out there that are property investors, right? And I hear all this news about like, oh, hedge funds are buying all the properties, but the reality is it's really mostly small business owners. It's mostly small business owners. And those small business owners need loans that function like commercial lending and help them qualify off of property cash flow. And I'm here to tell you, we can make all that happen in timelines as quick as 10 days. I know, it's such a good deal, and we can. So let's talk about how to make that work. Our new GRA portfolio product allows us to do what I would say portfolio style lending brought to you at the speed, power, and capability of our tech stack, which is the same place as same day mortgage. And we are able to really help customers like self-employed people, property investors, or those who have a lot of assets get deals done. So let's think about that. You have somebody who came in and they think they can't buy as big of a house because they've been told by a bank that they can't. They're self-employed, small business owners, independent contractors, doctors that are 1099, freelancers, consultants, and gig workers. We're going to make out that so easy for you. This isn't going to be some 2 to 3 month drawn out crazy process. This is going to be fast, simple, streamlined, common sense, and empowering for your business owners. We also have awesome programs that can really help you with more B2B relationships with property investors, right? Property investors are the gift that keeps on giving. They keep coming back to you wanting to buy more houses, right? Or even flip the ones that they're buying. We have a suite of solutions that can help you look like a real pro when servicing those customers, whether it's short-term financing on a fix and flip, whether it's bridge financing to get a property stabilized, whether it's commercial. We have a solution for that. And then my other favorite is how many people think they need to move money over to a large bank to do an asset depletion loan. You don't. They can keep their money with a financial planner, earning a higher rate of return, keep control of their assets, and still buy their dream home. Still buy their dream home. So these are just ways of creating flexibility that focus on solutions that allow speed to market and loan closings as quick as 10 days. So our favorite programs, of course, are going to be our loans that allow people with regular reoccurring cash flow to qualify based on bank statements. Super simple, and we have industry-leading pricing on this. Cannot be beat. The other piece that I love are our asset coverage ratio style programs, where if you have enough assets to buy the home, you can basically buy it with an asset as income program. I know, right? That's such common sense underwriting. You would think that that would be available more places, and we have that for you today. And then my other favorite is qualifying properties based on cash flow. So the rent payment can cover the mortgage payment. We're going to give you a loan for that because that makes sense. That's a cash flowing business. So we are able to do all of these different suites of solutions here. All right, let's dive into accessibility for all. I love this topic. So we're going to hit my 4 favorite affordability for middle America plans. And we're going to go over these for you guys really quick today. We're going to talk about interest only, 40-year terms, buy downs, and prepayment opportunity, or prepayment pricing is one of my favorites. So let's dive on in there and get going. I know we all, especially right now, after all that big market sell-off, we all want rates to be in the 5s. I mean, we all do, right? What if I told you we had a suite of solutions that helps us get there, that you're in the power and you're in a position to help influence? What if I told you guys that? I know, this is gonna be really good here. So let's dive in and look at that solution. All right, guys, I wanna talk about something, a really special thing. You guys, my realtor friends here, I say you guys, right? That's like such a Midwestern thing. You guys, my realtor friends here, you have the power. You have the power to be able to help middle America increase affordability. What do we do when we have people that cannot meet the AMI requirements associated with bond loans or down payment assistance? What do we do when we have people who maybe aren't going to put down more money because they don't want to take that cash and put it down? What if you think, oh my gosh, there's no solution for this, right? They don't qualify for the DPA. They don't have more money to put down to bring their payment down, and they're not going to qualify for a lower rate right now because rates don't look like they're budging at the moment. What are we going to do to help them? My friends, you all have the power to give this gift to your buyers. You have the power to say yes to this, to negotiate this. It is within your ability to make this happen. And I'm going to talk about the humble buy down. I'm going to talk about the humble buy down as being one of the best gifts you can give to your buyers, and that you can even help with listings. We have an amazing opportunity here to talk through how this can make a real difference. So I'm going to talk about buy downs. What I love about buy downs is that whether they're permanent or whether they're temporary, a permanent buy down is the gift that keeps on giving. And in many instances, it can be a major win for your clients. So in this instance, I am looking at a bigger example, but this example works across the entire spectrum of opportunities. And as you can see here, we've got a different opportunity here. You can list this price at 1.2 million. You could do a 5% reduction to that list price, because I always say, like, you know, this is another strategy as well. Or you can apply this buy down, keeping the listing price the same, guys, and just doing a seller contribution of 40,000 versus a 5% price reduction of 62,000, which is quite high. And you can double the savings for a client. Everybody wins. So I just want to point out that offering a buy down, and in this case, it's almost $650,000 a month in savings for the client. And let's just say the loan amount smaller, it's still $350, $400 a month in savings. This is one of the single most important affordability plays out there that a realtor can just control. You just have to say yes, and you just negotiate it into the deal. I know oftentimes we don't think about concessions as being something that is an affordability option, but it is. It is an affordability option, and you have the power to say yes, to go get that, and to help empower and to make that happen. All right, let's move to the next slide, and we're going to go over 3 different examples and options that we have here at GRA. We have a permanent buy down, meaning your client gets it for the entire time they own the home. That's awesome. Amazing. Let's say they're not going to be in the home that long, or they're not going to be able to get enough cash to pay for a bigger one. We can also do a temporary buy down for 1 to 3 years. Also a really great option. And then we also have our rate reduced sell program, meaning that you can list and show below market rates just like a builder does. Yeah, just like a builder does on your listings. So talk to a GRA loan officer about how you too can list and market homes with below market rates. Awesome opportunity. All three of these are really great game changers. And my favorite part about this is like, why lower the prices on homes, right? When rates are moving all over, when you can just buy the rate down. You can buy the rate down. So rates don't need to be a blocker in a transaction today. Think of it as just an opportunity to lower that rate for your client, regardless of what's happening in the market.
And Kate, before, before 2026 fully took hold, the fourth quarter of 2025, lots of economists, and I think we'd all love to be an economist. They seem to be wrong, but they still keep their jobs. So it's amazing. But they were saying, look, at best case, they felt like maybe the 30-year fixed was going to be hovering right around that 6%, 6 1/8 area, not really getting into the fives all that much. Obviously, things have happened that rates have not only have they not gone down, but they've gone up. This is one of those times where doing these buy downs really does help your borrower, feel more confident about realizing, you know what, if I can get my loan and get this buy down into the low fives, quite honestly, they may not need to refinance because there may not be an opportunity for them to refinance. So our GRA loan officers know exactly how to articulate and communicate the benefits of the buy down in this type of environment. And what, to me, this is one of those big moments where the more that we can show all of you, all the realtors around the country as much as we possibly can, these benefits, I feel like the market, can move a little bit more because now we're continuing to educate borrowers, kind of like boots on the ground. The national media, they just are not talking about these kind of options to get borrowers off the fence and into a house. So please consider this as a great opportunity. But again, we just don't think interest rates are going to get into the fives this year. In fact, I'm already seeing, Kate, and maybe you know a little bit more about this, but that there's even opportunity that they may increase the Fed funds rate within the next 2 to 3 months. That was not on the radar coming into the year 2026. So again, buy downs should be a much larger source of giving people relief on that interest rate.
Yeah, well, and let's not stop here because we have more options that we can go over as well. So my other favorite item is our prepayment opportunity. So this is really prepayment pricing and a way that we can flip a negative into a positive cash flow. So regardless of the market you're in, and then definitely in some markets where home price appreciation has been off the chains, like I get you, like you're like, oh my goodness, it's so hard to get investors qualified for loans in those markets, right? With common sense DSCR product. And I'm here to tell you that we have some of the best prepayment pricing out there. And prepayment pricing is something that just works and is a total deal saver. So let's look at a standard example here where we have a $550,000 loan amount. And you can see right here that this property is not positively cash flowing at standard market rates today. This property has negative cash flow, which I know you've heard this repeatedly when you have a client that's trying to qualify for financing and they're like, the deal isn't going to work, the rent's not high enough. Well, I'm telling you, we've got a suite of solution here for you guys, which is our prepayment pricing, which is a really cool program. So basically, it's an income redistribution program where you have a client that agrees not to repay the loan for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. And in exchange, we give them a lower interest rate for that. No funny business. It's just really simple. You agree not to repay, we share in the benefit and give you, your client, a lower rate. Now, why does that matter? Well, it matters because it takes a negatively cash flowing investment and turns it into a positively cash flowing investment. That's the power of prepayment pricing. It is such an amazing option, and it helps get the rates low enough that the probability that they go that low again is kind of neither here nor there. So you can see we went from losing $385 per month to $128 per month positive cash flow on this product. Absolutely amazing. And the rates are meaningfully lower. So it's definitely something to check out. So let's look at this on the next slide from a different point of view. This one's really great. Like, we're going to show you an example of where a client wants to come in and purchase a $786,000 house, but then they find another one that's more, but the loan won't qualify. It's not going to work. They can't buy more. But with prepayment pricing, they're able to qualify for almost $100,000 increase in purchasing power. So your clients can buy more house when they use features like prepayment pricing, or when you negotiate points in a deal for them, if they don't already have it. Any one of these can really help them win and help empower your clients to qualify for more, which I think is a huge win. Like, who doesn't love to know that their clients could buy a bigger house, buy more house? What if the appraisal comes in higher and they need to increase the purchase price? Well, with prepayment pricing, we can help facilitate that. And that is a total win for you at the end of the day. All right, let's move on to the next one. My other favorite is don't stretch your wallet, push the term. And I know there's been a lot of talk in the news here, there, and whenever about 50-year terms. Guess what? We've got 40-year terms that we have available today in our non-agency suite of solution, which is our GRA portfolio products. So GRA portfolio has the ability to do an interest-only 40-year term, and we also could do it fully amortizing for people who would like that as well. But we can do interest-only payments, and as you can see here, this creates huge savings. Almost $500 per loan on a standard full doc GRA portfolio product. That's amazing. The client will save up to $5,500 per year by choosing it. And it's just a negligible increase in rate to get to that level of monthly savings. This and more we can do to support people. And I just think that this is just such an amazing underused feature that so many people don't even think about. Like, wow, totally gangbusters. All right, let's bring it on home here. Guys, I thoroughly appreciate the time to talk to you today, Frank. Do we have any questions that have come in that we want to hit?
We don't. Kate, you just did that great of a job. So I wanted to thank everybody. So many changes are happening. We do keep our loan officers, we coach and train relentlessly. And so if you have a question about a product or a tricky borrower, or possibilities about partnering, connecting with GRA, we are happy, and we are going to be there by your side, helping you out and being a great partner. So I appreciate everyone's attendance on this call, and we will actually have the call recording and the deck that'll go out probably later on this afternoon. So hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Kate Amore, thank you so much for your time and all you do for rate companies and GRA. And everyone, have a great rest of your week and a great Memorial Day. Thank you.
Got your eyes on a home? You'll need the local home loan experts at Guaranteed Rate Affinity. We are a fintech mortgage company that streamlined the home buying process. Our loan officers have direct access to the best real estate agents, giving you a completely seamless home buying experience. Featuring the industry's most advanced tech platform and customized loan solutions, our local loan officers can help you at any time from anywhere. Our digital mortgage and power bid approval will get you pre-approved in minutes with a strong offer even against all cash offers. You need speed to win in this market, and our same-day mortgage delivers, getting you approved in as little as 1 day. Getting you on track for the closing table in as fast as 10 days. Speaking of the closing table, our flash close options shorten the closing appointment from hours to minutes, or skip it altogether. It's your choice. We've made the home buying experience as fast, simple, and awesome as possible for countless others, and we'd love to help you next. Get pre-approved today with the experts at Guaranteed Rate Affinity, and let's get you home.